Of Boya. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to speak to the Counsellor with your girl Lima Truth Mojoko on Royal TV. No place you can just be on Royal TV. And today we are having a guest on set. We are sorry about the little late start, and we are still talking on our topic of last week. But before we get down and talk more on the topic, we are going to go on a short breather, and when we come back, we'll dive into it.
Speak to the Counsellor with your girl Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution.
Welcome back, my people. If you're just tuning in, this is Speak to the Counsellor on Royal TV. And as I promised you guys, today is going to be the part 2 of what we were discussing last week, and we still have our guest on set. So our topic for today is unlocking her future, giving the girl child the right to education. I'll take it all over again. Unlocking her future, giving the girl child the right to education. And today is going to be more of questions and answers, so you just need to feel free and send your contributions to 67074 3034. I'll take it all over. 67074 3034. All right, my people, our guest today is the same person, Mr. Motanga Hilary.
Motanga.
Sorry, Motanga Hilary Hamza, Counsellor.
Thank you very much, Joe, once more to be on set. I think we are here to educate, to inform, and to nurture.
That's right, we're here to educate, inform, and nurture. I'm sorry on the pronunciation of the name. I don't know what happened this time around. I could not pronounce the name correctly. Exactly. And we are still talking about the same topic, unlocking her future, giving the girl child the right to education. And last week we were talking about the importance of the girl child going to school. Maybe you could throw a little bit of emphasis on it, then we get back to questions and answers.
Thank you very much. I think last week, like you said, we had an interactive session wherein we're talking about how we could help our girl child, how we could put them on the rail, how we could impact them and make them actually part of the nation. And I think looking at that stance, you equally good to remember that I did mention you educate a girl child, you educate the world. And any parent who, for whatever reason, that a girl child is not important, we are on set. We want to put it before them that a girl child is very, very important. And giving the girl child education, sound education, of course, will make you as a parent feel very stable and very happy to have many more children who are all from gender.
Right. We have to go more and ask more questions, as I said, and answers, because last week we had people raise concerns, and because strained, we could not answer those questions. But you made mention last week about if you educate a girl child, you will see that the girl child will go and come back. You are adding value to the community. Maybe you could relate it and add more light to adding value to the community.
It's adding value. You know, we talk of opinion leaders. Always think that being an opinion must be a man. They fail to understand that a woman is equally can be an opinion. It all depends on how that child, the girl child, is being known within the society. Like morally upright, academically upright, and socially upright. Looking at the importance that surrounds that particular girl child, a girl child can take care of the family.
Yeah.
Because she will act as a mother, she will equally act as a father. If you look at how some girl children in the society, how they do things, sometimes you as a parent, you start asking yourself, why a boy child even? So there are
There's no
some,
need for a
yeah,
boy
there,
child,
there's
like
some
how
girl
some people
child,
say.
there are some girl child they are much more stronger than even, and so I think it's very important that it's not all about boys.
Yeah.
I am this with all certainty, and look at today. You look at some, though we will be criticizing, for instance, the recent film leader in is it this African country?
Tanzania.
Tanzania. Thank you very much for giving me.
Tanzania.
They will be her as a dictator, but there are. She is ruling man. She's managing the men, and so if you have courage, you understand.
Oh my courage.
You understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Again, she might be due by her colleagues, her advisors, or whoever is in the government. That doesn't stop her from being a woman, and that doesn't stop you as a man to say that no, it's not a woman. She is a woman. And we have other leaders who are women who actually they do possess the character of a woman. You now make some comparative analysis in a woman leader and a man leader. You realize that the women leader, they have charisma, they have love and feelings for men and for their peers. It ponders me sometimes when I see people who castigate women. It ponders me because a woman who delivered you as a child, and you now start castigating your mother, makes sense? It doesn't make sense. So it all depends on, like I said, environment, the moral, the academic, the cultural background.
The moral, the cultural background. All right. Concerning the topic, unlocking her future. The word unlocking means we are opening some. And I'm working online this evening about the who was in a toxic relationship, and she because she grew up in an environment her parents kept on telling her that your role or your work ends in, and she knows that dating this man, the man is doing a favor. Would you say do with the values or the personality that has to put to herself, or just environment?
First and foremost, look at the statement of the father. He affects psyche.
Yeah.
A father cannot say your duty is rest at the level or to give birth.
Yeah.
That would be wrong. I may judge the leader who made such a statement. I may not agree with her saying that the child or the daughter that this is where yours are.
Your limit ends.
Yes, that's what you cannot continue. That would be very wrong. I think a good parent would tell the child that I'm giving education because I want you to be a I want to lead. I want you to everything advice to that child, that girl child, is empowering the girl child. Now I am giving you this education because I will be somebody that you can take care of your family, that you can take care of your husband, that you take care of your children. That is what if the responsibility of a father to the daughter. I don't think telling your or limiting your daughter at a specific context makes that child.
Especially the aspect of justice.
Yes. So if a girl is married to a man and the man starts to the girl and say, I'm sending you back to your father, you as a father are your responsibility. If that girl child was educated and she's busy somewhere, somehow, that would have mustered that courage to talk to that lady.
Talking about that particular aspect, and it's really this point where I have to ask this question. What of cases where a man gets married, man who is well to do, and she's leaving them because she has to give birth to children? You are not permitted to work. Your work grooms these children, stay at home. Kind of case, having that kind of situation, what do you do?
Is that tells you or brings to status married to your husband, you are kitchen, you are limited to bringing up the child? No. And so what we are seeing, some parents will sit back home watching us, or maybe we are impacting the kind of children because tomorrow they'll become very disobedient,
disrespectful.
But that's not what we are doing. That's absolutely out of. What we are saying is, girl is married to a man and that woman is well to do. They work hand in gloves.
That's it.
It all depends on the morals now. That's where the morals come in. The husband too should be very submissive at some point in time. Wow. You know, for the marriage to flow, for the relationship to be mutual. So it is not only the woman who is supposed to calm down. It's not only the man who is supposed to go begging. They should understand the impact in this kind of relationship is communication. It's communication. Because if the husband knows that my wife works at this institution, the wife knows that my husband works at this institution, and then in the course of their busy schedule, they could get some care of the child, like a nanny, because it's accepted by law. This nanny now, as you give the opportunity for the woman to go after. I've seen an institution wherein they give room for the woman to go breastfeed the child, and the law of the medical personnel, they give us a little insight of 6 months breastfeeding. Fine. So after 6 months, you have a right to win the child, and you continue with your job. So that should not be a barrier between the husband and the wife, and for which the husband will say, you are not taking care of my child because of this reason or because of that reason. Society
as a whole, most fear a man and a woman mostly have is if the lady is earning more than him. So this aspect of a woman should not, I saw this on social media this evening and somebody posted it and said, a woman should not earn more than a man. So I don't know if that's true or it's just fiction.
That's a mindset, and that's a conception which I think it should be wiped out completely. If your wife is earning more than you, it's an advantage.
Serious advantage.
I have had cases in my office as a human right that was struggling to, cancel the parties. This same situation has happened. I've received a complaint about this. The woman earns more than the man, and the man could not foot the bills. But he feels that
he's the man of the home.
Not only as the man of the home, he feels that the woman is like insulting him. But that is not the case. Because I asked the man, how do you feel at home? Sometimes, Mojoko, let me tell you, complex has a greater role to play in this part. Because the man knows very well that the woman is fine. The meager salary that he gets from his own job site is not commensurate. But that's not the issue. I said, man, have you ever asked money from your wife and your wife refused? This woman pays the bills of the house, which is the rents and the other bills, takes care of the children while in school. And the man takes little care of perhaps food in the house. The woman is comfortable. She's not bothering.
Yeah.
What is the problem now that you are raising another problem which is uncalled for?
As you said, inferiority complex.
That's
what's happening.
So the woman told me without any controversy, no any fear of controversy, before the husband, that, sir, I am doing everything, virtually everything in the house. I don't bother my husband. But where I get angry is that when my husband gets a little salary, he goes to the bar.
Oh.
Yes. He goes to the bar. So if you know that this woman is any more than you, and you know that the woman is assuming all responsibilities at home, just share, communicate. And then not at that time that you want to think that you can take care of your own family. So you mean that the woman too cannot take care of her own family? That's where the problem is. So there's nothing about maybe the woman earns more than the man. It's just the mindset.
Mentality,
it's just what is a conception which is supposed to be abolished. Yes.
All right. It's actually a conception that should be abolished. Then I want you to throw more light on values, because I came to realize that sometimes the reason why ladies don't believe in themselves that they are better off than just being a woman, or than just sitting at home gaining education. Some ladies will be like, I've met a lot of people. I've met some girls while I was pursuing my degree. I had a classmate. She always say, after the degree I just go married because after that will not say nothing, no day for me again. She still has that value. She still has a mentality, and it affects your value somehow. So maybe you could throw more light on ladies having their own values and principles as a woman.
You know, sometimes they say marriage is not the bed of roses. Why we look for companions, why we look for a woman, or a woman looks for a man, is to bring forth children. We need to multiply.
That's true.
The value of a woman could not be seen by the woman until you deliver, until you give, until you bring forth.
Yeah.
Then you now know your value. The first value of a woman is giving birth. But before the birth, you should understand that if you are impacted, the knowledge, you have the knowledge, you are confident. You are confident. This value of education is not given by all. That's why you see some ladies themselves, they have complex.
Inferiority complex. Yes.
This complex that they have is as a result of them not merging with their peers.
And meeting up.
They feel that they are relegated because they are not educated. The second value, like I said, is bringing forth a child. If a woman gives birth and sees her child, see the way he or she grows, he now starts giving back to that child to become like her. You see the value. The third value is if a woman has a position in the society. For instance, that woman is a big businesswoman, like our sister who is the GM of Telka, a state council, a magistrate. That's another value added to the status of that woman. Then the woman now becomes an opinion leader. She goes there educating others, and you know, people hailing her and things like that. She sees her value. She comes back to her home. The husband sees her as an idol, respects her.
Yeah.
That's another value. When you see your children, you stand, you see somewhere your child is presenting or doing something very marvelous, are you not happy?
You are, you're happy.
That's where we look
You're
at
happy.
it. There are common things that makes you valuable, that makes you responsible. Not these girls who goes around putting a kind of funny dresses,
Yeah.
showcasing their whole body, behave as if maybe they were not born from a good parent, they lack some parental responsibilities and things like that. It doesn't give you value, but a woman has value.
So only education, it's only at a level of where you're not married. If you gain education, you've added value.
Of course, yes. You yourself, are you not confident?
I'm confident.
Fine. What you're doing today as a journalist, don't you have confidence in yourself?
I have confidence.
That's a value. You impact the nation. They watch you on set. You are a role model. You educate, you counsel your peers. You tell them that this thing you're doing is not the best. If you win one soul, you have won the world. Because she too goes somewhere and tell others.
That's true.
She goes and tells others. And that's how it keeps
on going.
So you see the circle now changes.
Yeah.
It's not all about sitting and begging money for men. No.
Especially urgent 2K.
Come on. Come on. I don't think it is proper. You get your everything about yourself is your hard-earned money. A man looks at you and says, I have respect for this woman. That's just it. That's the value. Make your value. Be your own boss.
Yeah, that's true.
Be your own boss. You have a husband, yes. Your husband is your husband. But you are a boss in another field.
Create your own name.
Perfect. Your husband sit and watch at you and say, come on, that's my wife. Oh, come on, that's my wife.
And he's a proud man.
Why not? Those who have the intellect, those who can think, those who can at least appreciate and know that I'm adding value to my wife. It's not other person who will now start appreciating your wife. That's why there's a normal balance. Mojoko, let me tell you. If you tend to make your wife that you don't admire, you don't respect, you make her like a football, there's somebody, another man who is ready to catch.
That's true.
You understand? So give the value to where the value is intended. Give the pride of place for who has the pride. If I have a wife and then I don't respect that wife, then who am I?
Wow, that's powerful.
I see my wife going, Madam, no, you're not well dressed. Come back, do like this. As she's going, some other person admires.
That's true.
That's the value of the woman, the respect of the woman. It's not only coming to cook food at home to give me. It's not only coming to take care of the children. Do something that others will admire. Emulate. Impact.
Be creative.
Be creative. Don't sit somewhere and only be demanding. That's why I said in my Muslim folk, I'm trying to, change their mindset. Let them understand that they need to empower their wives. They need to empower their girl child. Don't only look. What of those of us? I'm giving an example of myself. I don't have a boy child. So should I go and throw all those girls? Should I send them away?
I'm telling you.
Come on.
Those are your pride.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. And I'm very proud of them. The way their educational level, I'm so happy. I'm not saying with any kind of
fear or
no. They are doing the best, and I'm giving them because they don't have any other husband, they don't have any other father, just their father. And
girl children, with people that have just girls, the children value especially both parents so much.
Yes.
Because I'm from a family where we are just girls too.
You see?
4 girls, no boys.
You see?
And the way we value our parents, especially my dad, sometimes he will say, imagine I had a boy child. Maybe this boy child would have not valued me the way we have valued him. And that's why he's doing all his best. Go to school, have the knowledge, because you have to create your own personality yourself, not another person's name. Truth, you have to create your own name. That's what you always tell us. You have to make your own name yourself.
Yes.
So I think in that particular aspect, ladies should
go
back and see how to make their name. And not just depending on a boy for urgent 2K or having a list. Some ladies used to give lists. I've had classmates like that. Rubbing oil, 1,500. Part, 1,000. This one, I've seen ladies that are going to school.
Do you know the tail end of that kind of attitude?
It does not end well.
Not only end well, you don't give value to your life.
No value.
Because at some point in time, you bring the list, the boy will tell you, I don't have.
That's true.
Is that not disgrace?
That's true.
And the next thing, you start looking for another man.
that will give you
another
give
list.
you more.
And that's how you keep promiscuity. That's how you keep going.
And that's a stain to your name.
Of course, yes.
Because when a man wants to marry you, or maybe somebody wants to give you a big contract or something, they go back and ask. They ask from your roots. Please tell me more about this.
Mojoko, you go online, you go to TikTok, you go to Instagram, you've not seen a scenario wherein a man is about getting married to a girl. On the day that they had somebody somewhere said, but this girl I was being my girlfriend, and this girl was like this girl. The whole thing got spoiled.
Just because
yes, your life,
lifestyle.
yes, your life. Girls, I know you may be a bit angry with this kind of story now, but keep your dignity.
Yeah, that's true.
You have the quality. Don't destroy it.
Around.
Don't destroy it. You never hear a name, a man. They say a man is a prostitute. You only hear a woman is a prostitute. So we are struggling to change your mindset so that you empower yourself, so you don't become that prostitute. May Allah forgive you. May Allah protect you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide you on the right path.
Wow, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you're still on Speak to the Counsellor on Royal TV. And we are still sending our contributions to 670 74 30 34. 670 74 30 34. You can send your contributions on the numbers on your screen. We are going to go on a short break, and when we get back, we'll read out the few questions we have and get some response from our guests.
Speak to the Counsellor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the Counsellor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Speak to the Counsellor on Royal TV, and we are talking about unlocking her future, giving the girl child the right to education. Unlocking a future, giving the girl child the right to education. And we still have our guest here on set, and this time around we are taking feedbacks, taking questions. You can send in your contributions on the numbers on your screen. All right, so we have some contributions coming in. This person is without a name. He or she says, empowering girl children through education is like investing in a bright future or a brighter future. Girls get quality education, they break circles, build confidence, and become change makers. Girls in school, stronger communication, healthy families, more opportunities for everyone, something like that. Another person is asking a question. What do you think is the most important thing a girl child gains from going to school?
Yes, the most important thing a girl child gains from going to school is empowering herself already, mentally, psychologically. You know, we're talking about complex.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're not educated, when others are speaking, you know, you don't speak.
You'll be shy.
Fine, that's the first thing.
You'll be shy.
And so tell the viewer or the listener that the first thing is the education that you already have acquired gives you confidence and makes you an opinion leader. You can have access to any opportunities when it comes that they need somebody who is educated. For instance, like I said, we have a female president.
Yeah.
We have female ministers.
That's true.
We have female judges. and many others.
And many more.
And so these are the opportunities for you acquiring what is called education. So you cannot have education and you think there will be opportunity somewhere, somehow, that they need somebody. You have the opportunity, you push your document and you're fine.
That's true.
Poverty-stricken a girl child makes that girl child a, I don't want to say lunatic.
It depends on everything.
I don't want to say, you see how a girl child who was brought up from a poor background, she's tested anyway. Anything can happen with her because she's mentally breakdown. She has a mental breakdown. She's not upright. There is imbalance in her. So education is important. Very important.
So I guess that question has been answered. All right, this person is giving a contribution. Sylvia from Boya says, educating the girl child strengthens the entire nation. When girls are educated, family income increase. Early pregnancies reduce. That's very important. Early pregnancies will definitely reduce. Communities become healthier. Nations grow economically. Investing in her education is not a favor. That's important. You are not doing the girl child a favor.
It's her right.
It is her right.
Inalienable.
That's true.
It's her right. And that's why I said, if anyway, my numbers are there. The people, those who know me, they know very well. If you are deprived, a girl child who is deprived from education, just draw my attention.
Wow, that's great. And she says it is a strategic national investment. Wow. Education as the foundation of empowerment. Unlocking a girl's future begins with access to quality education. When a girl is educated, she gains knowledge, confidence, independence, tools that empower her to make informed decisions about her health, career, and life. An educated girl becomes an asset, that's right, to the community, contributing to economic growth and social development. Wow, this is long. To unlock her future, we must teach girls to believe in themselves, dream boldly, know that leadership is not gendered. Every girl should know she can become a doctor, engineer, teacher, minister, or anything her mind can imagine. Wow, this is powerful. Thank you so much, Sylvia from Boya. In fact, you said everything about this topic. You literally said everything about this topic. All right, so this is a question coming in. It says, what are the most common obstacles preventing girls from staying in school in our communities?
One is poverty.
Poverty.
Two, cultural background. They bring in culture to say that a girl child should not have access to education.
Yes,
and that's why, if you remember the last meeting we had, I told you any tradition that is repugnant to social justice, equity, and good conscience, that's not a tradition. And so you depriving your child from going to school and you bring cultural issues on it is a problem. But the major issue first is poverty.
Yeah.
It's poverty that creates a lot of setbacks. I think those are some of the two important points which I think we can elucidate on. Because if a family that cannot at least afford for some kind of financial assistance to give rights to the child, it means that the child cannot go to school. Another very pertinent issue that just came over me again is the issue of crisis. You see, sometimes like this Anglophone crisis that we just faced some years back, which is the ongoing, there are some children who cannot get access to education because they have been deprived because of the conflict. So those are some of the barriers.
Some of the issues or barriers.
Yes. But the boys will go, but the girls will not, because they will be now trapped by, rape, sexual violence and all the like.
Do you think pregnancy too can also be, because our girls are getting pregnant?
Yes, pregnancy too could be a barrier. But then, like the present Minister of Secondary Education has given it as an order, has given us an order that at least if a child is pregnant, give that child access to education. So that's some of the issues we can understand. So I may not look at pregnancy
Yeah,
to be a
giving
barrier, yes, but pregnancy too has its own little, effect, but not actually, because if the minister gives order that if a child is pregnant, allow the child to go to school, it means that the child have access to school.
It means if a child is pregnant, the child can go to
Yes,
school.
yes, that's the minister's order.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, maybe some parents don't know, but they should know today.
Wow, let's take note, because most times when a child gets pregnant, the parents
They deprive
they
it.
say stay
No,
home and
no.
groom
The
child.
minister has instituted and given an order that if a child is pregnant, the child should be to get access to school, except maybe to some private schools that they don't want. But in public schools, as per the minister's decision, but which if the minister's decision is implemented at the level of the public, it should equally be implemented at the level of the private too as well.
Wow, that's good.
Yes.
So please, this is another question again coming in. It says, in what ways do early marriage and teen pregnancy affect a girl's future?
Like I said, the doctors could be of better explanation. Like I told you last time we had the meeting, they have what they call, I think it should be what, anesthetic fistula or something like that.
You made mention of it the last time.
Yes. So if a girl if a girl goes for early marriage at the age of 12, 13, when it's only a medical doctor that can further explain on this.
Can explain better.
But to the best of my knowledge, it has an effect on the womb of the lady. And when it gets to a level where she will maybe be facing approaching menopause, that's when you now start seeing the effect of that particular ailment. And so we are still working on the research. The Islamic Private Education Secretariat is working on the research on that. I've traveled out of country, meet some scholars, Islamic scholars, and some other scholars, medical doctors, and so I'm putting the materials intact. When I'm through with that, maybe we'll have another session on that, which will equally educate the parents to know the effects of that early marriage. They will know, and then see the consequences of that particular situation.
We live in a world where those things cannot be averted, because to me, I would have just said, let the young ladies, especially the ones that want to get and know the world and enjoy, just keep yourself. You
know, sometimes parental influence is at the detriment of the girl child.
Yeah.
We parents, we need to understand. We need to know, because failing to know or failing to be informed, you are deformed.
That's true.
The law says, ignorantia judicia non excusa. The ignorance of the law is not an excuse. If the law says a child should not gets to this level before, at least you can do whatever. Respect the law. Respect the law. When you violate, you'll be punished. We cannot bring culture into law. We cannot bring religion into law. The law is the law. Laws are derived from those very cultures, are derived from those very religions. So let's apply and respect what is being governed by us. What the rule of law, we are governed by the rule of law. And so we should apply that rule of law by helping others. And when we are educating others, they should understand their limits. Don't tell me, Mr. Hamza, my daughter has the right to get married at the age of 12 or at the age of 10. I'll tell you no. I'll tell you no. I say the law does not say this. The Islam may say this, but you as a parent, look at the circumstance. Look at these medical challenges. Look at the legal effects. So you and I will understand. At some point in time, you will now be reasoning what I am equally reasoning. So we just need to, keep it aside. Yes, just keep it aside. And so that's just that.
All right, we are having in another contribution again. This person says, Gen Z parenting offers opportunity to blend traditional biblical values with modern concepts. While biblical teachings provide a moral foundation, today's parents focus on mental health and emotional well-being, which helps strengthen parent-child relationship, embracing inclusive and diversity, allow families to bond, and more deeply in multicultural world. Okay, I guess this person is giving an honest an honest contribution. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we want to unveil another part of this program, and we are going to go on a short breather. When we come, we are going to dive into it and still get more questions and answers. So send in your contributions because we are waiting.
Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko.
Oh, my people, you guys are making me happy on set. I'm having questions, response, and I promise we're going to answer all the questions. And even if we cannot answer all the questions, we're going to do, even if it's a small video, and add it to this particular show. You're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Speak to the Counselor on Royal TV, and we are still talking about the topic, unlocking her future, giving the girl child the right to education. And we have somebody who has sent very long questions. We'll answer them. I guess our guest is ready to answer all of these questions. All right. This person says, I believe that the education of a girl child is not something to be treated as a trivial issue. It is part of the girl child's fundamental human right to be educated, and as such, we see women becoming very instrumental and proactive in most institutions through their wonderful contributions to the society. The program tag, Unlocking Her Future, giving the girl child the right to education. Wow, this person is following. By TV host Lima is timely. Thank you so much. And I encourage everyone to keep following Royal TV. Thank you so much. However, I have the following questions for our guest, Mr. Hamza. Wow, you even specified your name. First question. Can you start by telling us why you are so passionate about education of the girl child? What inspires you to become an advocate for this cause?
Yes, I think without mixing words, I said I am a case study because I have girls, 4 girls, and with this, when I took over the office as the education secretary, I discovered that in most of our schools the enrollments were very poor. Girls were not attending schools. So I had to organize a symposium wherein I brought all the stakeholders within the Muslim community, and I discovered that the kind of ideas and the kind of notions that they all build in respect to, maybe keeping their children back at home was not healthy, was not encouraging. So I now had to start advocating, start preaching, start sensitizing the stakeholders within the Muslim community to see the importance of the education, and that's where my passion for this particular course came up.
All right, I guess that question has been answered. So second question is, what are some of the biggest challenge with the experiences you've had? What are some of the biggest challenges that girls face in accessing education, particularly specific regions and community? How can you address these challenges?
The first one is, like we discussed about the culture. The second one is this issue of gender-based violence, and the third could be the issue of poverty, like I said. When you look at the circumstances surrounding these particular activities of how to impact a girl child, it comes to mind that if a girl child is not, the family is not well to do, they only concentrate on the boy child. I want to equally tell the person who asked that question, I am with UNESCO. I am implementing a project with UNESCO on the right to education of a girl child. And these have impacted a lot of girl children because scholarship we are giving them for them to go to school. And so with this, it gives us the leverage that we now monitor those schools to see that the issue of gender-based violence are not, that you cannot find them in that institution. We monitor and we give reports. Then coming to the issue of the environment, you know, some schools may not provide certain facilities in terms of health for the girl child. So we do everything possible to see that within that institution, that those children, the girl children that are going to school, those facilities are there. Sanitary pads, good toiletries, and all the like. So those are some of the issues. The challenges are enormous.
They're enormous, yeah.
The challenges are enormous, but we keep, you know, working towards perfection. So at least as of now, I want to assure you that when you get to most of our schools, particularly the Islamic schools, you know, Islamic schools is not only for Muslim girls, it's not only for Muslims. Yes. We have other Christians, we have Christians who are equally in the school. So I want to equally change that mindset of, you know, the population to know that the Islamic schools is not only for girls. I'm not advertising anyway, but I'm just telling you because since we are discussing about girls, we want to come with diverse, you know, possibilities for people to understand that this is Mr. Hamza, and Mr. Hamza is a Bakurian, but he's a Muslim. So that's just it. So our girl children, they are fine, and they should be fine based on how you protect them, how you impact them with the knowledge.
All right. Another question is, how does education empower girls and women, and what are some of the long-term benefits of investing in girl child?
The long-term benefit is making you valuable in the society. Just one word. I may not expatiate on that particular question, but just one word. The importance of a girl child educated is giving you value and added value in the society. You become an opinion leader. You have other contributions you can make within your within your peers. So there are many things that you gain. I must not expatiate on that. I must not tell you, but just go get what you are supposed to get as education, and then you tell me tomorrow and say thank you, Mr. Hamza.
Wow, that's right. You tell him thank you. All right, next question is, what role do you think parents, communities, and government play to ensuring that girls have access to quality education? What can they do to support girls' education?
First, let me tackle the community first. Within the communities, like I told you about the implementation of the project that we had with UNESCO, we had the quarter heads, the tribal heads, the chiefs, and other notables. When this project was introduced, it was laudable. And taking cognizance of the context in which we find ourselves because of the crisis hit areas, so some children could not gain access to school. So when we start sensitizing them, letting them know that this is a right which is inalienable, they now start buying the idea and then saying, okay, fine, how will you, how can you mitigate the issue of gender violence and all the like? We told them that with them knowing their own rights, knowing what is good and what is bad, by the time they are educated, they are told in school, they come back home, their mothers equally tell them, they will gain knowledge. We equally created an avenue wherein we created a WhatsApp group. We have their mothers, their father, their parents, so we can now discuss on that forum for them to know that when their children come back home, there are certain things, because I have a gender lady in my office who does that. So these are some of the practices, these are some of the kind of psychological moves that you can know if your child has been tampered or not, and so those are some of the things. Now when you come still within the community, the imams, that's the spiritual leaders, they equally have a role to play, because while they mount their pulpit, they tell the people, they tell their followers, that this is important. This is what we are supposed to do. This is what we are not supposed to do. When we give this to our girl children, at least we have done the best that we can do. We should avoid certain things. The government is equally part of the stakeholders. They have done their own part. The government gives free education to certain schools. Public schools, for instance, primary schools, they don't pay school fees.
Yeah.
They don't pay school fees. In secondary schools, there are some who, through the organizations, they are free.
That's true.
We identify that we do what they call need assessment. We know that, okay, this child is an IDP, is from this area. We now take responsibility. We now, through the organization, we pay their fees. You understand? Because we want to impact the knowledge. I want to give you, there is a feedback of one of the girl child that we did sponsored through our organization from the Lycée Moliko. That child is more than bright. It's so, I mean, sometimes when she gives me her success stories, I shed tears. But I said, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. This is what gives me the joy. It makes me feel very, very happy when I see those kind of cases.
Talking more, still answering this question, because this is a whole lot of questions. Sorry. This person is asking, can you share your success stories or examples of girls who have overcome obstacles to access education and gone to achieve great things? What can we learn from that experience?
There are many. There are many. Like I said, there are some from my 16, some from Muyuka, some from Munyenge, some from hinterlands within Boya area when the crisis was very hot. We break the silence, we make some noise, and we give them what we could give them. And like I said, their feedbacks makes us feel that we are doing something.
Like this lady you were just talking about.
Yes. So if the person in question is interested, she takes my number, come to the office, she will see. We have them. We have them.
Right.
We are sharing them sometimes online in our various platforms.
Okay, next question. How can we ensure that education is not only accessible but also relevant and effective for a girl? What are some of the innovative approach or programs that you have seen work well in this regard?
Like I said, first, if you get to some NGOs, you understand the work done on the field. And it has impacted a lot of, most especially those vulnerable girls. When I say vulnerable, I mean those who could not access to quality education because of financial constraints. There are others who could not access quality education because they are handicapped. Disability. There are others who could not access to quality education because of culture, some cultural background. There are others, like we are talking about early marriage, because at a certain stage you don't see the girl, you don't see her continuing education because she has been given to marry. So what we do is, the mechanism put in place is as a result of the seminars we always organize. We get recommendations and feedbacks from our focal points, and so with this it gives us equally the impression that at least we are struggling to change the mindset. So that's how it is.
All right, this is the last question from this person. This person actually gave 7 questions. Wow, thank you so much. That's why we are here, and that's why Speak to the Counselor is for you. Last question from this person says, what is the one thing you would like our viewers to take away from this conversation? I guess this person is trying to talk about one message. That one message you want our viewers to take home.
My humble appeal is that parents should not relegate their girls. Don't relegate a girl child. Don't despise the girl child. Don't look down on the girl child. Know that children are all gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are not the giver of child, and don't deprive that child from her right to education. Give her and then see the result tomorrow. You will still come back and tell me thank you.
Give that child that education, and then tomorrow you will still come and say, this is the second time he's talking about coming to say thank you. Yes. So remember, give that child the right to education. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this particular contribution is coming from Abia Levis Lawson. Thank you so much for joining the program and asking these old questions. Trust me, it was inspiring, and I guess your questions have been answered. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that part of our show, which is the magic box. Remember that particular part our guest is going to unveil. Pick up a paper and answer the questions on it. As I said the last time, it can be personal and it can be related to your job. And also it can be related to what you're advocating for. All right. The floor is yours, sir. You just pick a paper.
Okay, let me just take this one in front of me. Mojoko, I'm sure you are not taking me too far.
I don't take you far, sir.
Hey.
This one is not me. The question is giving the question.
Yeah, what is belief on forgiveness?
Wow.
What is on forgiveness?
You know, this is a serious issue.
Yes. What's your belief on forgiveness, Mojoko? I want to inspiration from a word that I myself thought of. You bear grudges, or you bear this, you are killing your own self.
Your own, like you're putting yourself in a cage.
So it won't make you strong. When you miss, it won't make you strong. You're killing your own self. So they will make yourself strong. It will make you unhappy. So when you talk of forgiveness doesn't make you weak. Forgive somebody doesn't make you weak, but it sets you free.
Yeah.
So I believe in forgiveness, but I am not God. It's only God, Allah subhanahu forgives human being. But you can wrong me and I let go. And if I'm letting go, I forget about it.
Okay, you just unveiled that question. Just ask a little bit on topic.
Yes.
You know, there's a saying that I'm giving you, but I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Yes.
So do people actually forgive and forget? And should question is, I just wanted to answer once. The question is, should you forgive and think with the same person, or you should stay away?
Forgiveness has facets and intriguing implications, because if you are forgiven, you know that forgiveness comes from Allah Ta'ala because of your errors, because of your mistake. You as a human being, you don't need to say I have forgiven you, I have forgotten about what you did, but I can avoid you. Because is it the right that they say avoid lousy and aggressive because they have vexation to the spirit? What will make me come closer to you when you are that kind of a person who is nonchalant, is very aggressive? So I don't need to breathe with you. If I make you my friend,
okay,
and you and I will walk along each other, we share common ideas, and then at the tail end you tend to become very aggressive, what will I do? I just need to keep you away because I don't want to get into that kind of get down to that kind of attitude, because they say show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. Okay. So for me to avoid you is like forgetting about you. I don't have any collaboration any longer, but I cannot forgive you. It's only God that will forgive you for what you are doing to me, but I will avoid you.
Meaning you are letting go.
I'll let go. If I will not let go, it means I'll need to
have grudges.
The grudges will now start beating me, you know. Mojoko, there is no place in the heart to start keeping malice.
That's true.
This heart is very soft. It's just like balloon. At any minute, if you just burst it, you are off.
That's all.
So why do you keep malice? Why do you keep people in your heart? If I have any problem with you now, like I said, you may make some kind of noise, you tend to be aggressive, I may smile, or I return it back to you, back to back, to let you know that I am not.
Take note of them back to back.
Yes, Mojoko, is to let you know that I'm not maybe your toy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not a toddler, because sometimes I may be weak in maybe the way I'm talking. I'm so soft. You take my leniency for granted.
For granted. You know, a lot of people do that a lot.
And so when you do that, you take me for a fool. But for me to retaliate does not mean that I want to behave like you. But because I want to show you that you don't have monopoly of violence.
That's true.
You understand? So I'll just give it back to you for you to understand that you met a lion. Thank God my name is even a lion. Hamza is a lion. So I don't take that shit. But after that, I let go. I move. I will not go and sleep in my house and start thinking about Mojoko did this to me, Mojoko did that to me, and so we quarrel, and then no, I see you the next day, I will greet you, but I will not,
closeness will not
is not longer there.
Alright, my people, this particular slot brings us to the end of this program, but the take-home message for you is forgive. Remember, he just unveiled the question. And he talks about, do you believe in forgive? And he has affirmed that it's good to let go. It's good to forgive. While you're reflecting and thinking about the importance of giving the girl child the right to education, forgive and let go. That person who has hurt you, let go of the pain and leave everything for God to handle, as he said. All right, my people, thank you so much. First of all, sir, we are grateful having you on set. And we are grateful for this knowledge.
Thank you too so much for inviting me. I'm a humble servant. I'll always be there. Thank you so much. Televiewers, it's my pleasure.
He says he will always be there. We're holding you on that word also. All right, this particular slot brings us to the end of this program, but we are not taking leave of you completely. Stay clue and stay glued to Royal TV for more entertaining, educative and informative program. I've been your girl, and we have still be talking on this particular topic. I've been your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. See you next week Thursday, same time, same place and same hour.
Bye.
My name is Ibrahim Tawat, the principal of Gratitude Islamic Secondary School